Hi guys, the former leader of the DUP and current member of the Northern Ireland Assembly, Edwin Poots, spoke to the BBC about the future of his party. In this clip, he acknowledged that the core voting bloc that the DUP relies upon is shrinking. He then suggested that it would make sense for his party to reach out, not to moderate unionists, not to nationalists, but to immigrants and asylum seekers who have made Northern Ireland their home. He seems to believe that a lot of them are unionists and they'd be willing to vote for the DUP. Have a listen.
I do also recognise that we are living in changing times, and I look at the population that I represent in South Belfast, and Martin Smith held that seat for years at Westminster based on white working class Protestants coming out and voting for him. That part of our demographic has reduced significantly.
So unionists need to box clever?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So we have lots of people from other communities that have chosen to come and live here. And a lot of those people want to be part of the United Kingdom. So, we need to reach out to those people and to be working with those people who wish to be unionists.
Okay, so when he's talking about unionists, he's talking about unionists in general, I believe, and not the DUP in specific. Because some immigrants come from conservative backgrounds and may be willing to vote for the UUP or maybe even the DUP. But the problem for the DUP is that it's basically an anti-immigration party. Nigel Farage endorsed a number of its candidates at the last general election. Now, his party is more aligned with the TUV, the traditional unionist voice. But, I believe Ian Paisley and Sammy Wilson were actually endorsed by Nigel Farage, the head of Reform. The DUP have egged on in the past loyalist paramilitaries, and recently, you could say they have done the same when it came to the Northern Ireland Protocol. These are the same loyalists that burnt down small businesses in Belfast a few weeks ago and intimidated foreigners. Loyalists don't want, it seems, foreigners in the area, and the DUP have links to loyalists. Whether they like to admit that or not, they do. And they have used rhetoric in the past which has resulted in loyalist paramilitaries engaging in violence. Now, immigrants represent a very small minority in Northern Ireland, so I think it makes sense for the DUP to reach out to moderate unionists, but perhaps they can't because of their Brexit stance and their tantrum that they threw, which led to the closure of the Northern Ireland Executive. Many moderate unionists are looking at that and saying, no, we're not going to vote for the DUP over that. And this has, of course, resulted in the damage to public services like the NHS. So while DUP's supporters may have been happy to see the executive closed, ordinary people on the street were upset about that and punished a number of DUP MPs, I believe, over that. Are they willing to discuss a united Ireland? Of course not. And a better relationship with the Republic. So this, of course, if they're not willing to do that, they're going to turn off nationalists. So they can't reach out to moderate unionists. They can't reach out to nationalists. So out of desperation, and I think the DUP and Poots here are desperate, they hope that communities that the DUP has demonized in the past will suddenly forget that and come out and vote for them. I don't see that really happening. But even if it did, we're talking about a very small minority within the immigrant communities. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.